In a previous video, I talked about my discovery of Wicca. Now, we'll take a deeper look inside religious trauma, personal trauma, finding Hecate, and leaving Wicca. And this will be part 1 of that particular story. I'm going to have a glass of wine while I delve into this. Now, as with a lot of stories, especially from those within the pagan community, mine is not easy. It's rough, it's messy, hard, and a little traumatic. And there are things about my past that have left lasting scars, some more than others. And there are things that have made me cautious, wary, and even cynical. But believe me when I say, my scorn is not without reason. Let's back up and take a look at a few things. Before my discovery of Wicca and paganism, I was Christian. My early years weren't particularly religious. We went to church for Easter, weddings, funerals, maybe some special occasions. Nothing particularly consistent. My teen years were different. I was molested when I was a young teenager, and I didn't have a solid support system back then. And afterwards, I threw myself into religion, or at least I tried. I went to church 2 to 3 times a week, going with classmates and trying to find balance in a chaotic world. Bible study, revivals, formal church services, Sunday school and vacation Bible school, and I was once even saved. But that comfort began to fade when I'd confided in a pastor and got told that the reason something bad happened to me was because my faith wasn't strong enough, because I had doubt and hadn't truly accepted Christ into my heart. I was 14 at the time. That was when my love for the church began to fade, when I started to learn about religious corruption, but I hadn't yet seen how deep it could truly run. I was still a child, still searching for deeper meaning and something that spoke louder than blame and hypocrisy. It was a year later that I found Wicca and paganism. And then I found what became my all-time favorite and beloved book series, the Sweep series by Kate Tiernan. And if you know those books, you know. It's a story about a high school girl who discovers Wicca and witchcraft, discovering who she is as a person and as a witch, struggling to find acceptance with her family and even with other witches. And I latched on to these books like a lifeline. To this day, they are my comfort books, and I will reread them often, especially when I feel spiritually off balance or disconnected. And I continued my practice of Wicca after high school and going into early adulthood. I observed the wheel of the year, full moons, and planned rituals and spells according to moon phases and planetary alignments. Candle magic, color magic, healing and blessings. Calling the quarters, invoking the goddess and god in equal measure to promote harmony and balance. I kept to the Wiccan Rede, committed the entire poem to memory, and strived to live by it in everyday practice. And I kept a book of shadows. I even still have the book of shadows that I kept throughout high school and after. And I sought out other practitioners and mentors, not only learning from books, but from those who had been practicing this religion for far longer than myself.